add a page on LinkedIn, it would be nice to have some sort of institutional presence, because now LinkedIn is something like an institution. And for people who joins, who are interested, they could show a certificate that they did this training specific for conflict management in DAOs.
And have the hours in like a course, right? Counting
Yeah,
like a course.
could be
I don't
nice. Like,
know. Yeah, that's an idea. I don't know like the process to do it if we would have to be like a like an institution, like a legal institution.
I don't think so. Like, well, it will not have a legal value. That's, of course, that for having a legal, for releasing a certificate with a legal value, yeah, you need to be approved by someone, or I don't know. But still, it's still something
Yeah,
that,
that's something very cool. Yeah.
and
Eh,
also because, well, I guess this is the third one that that you're doing, and you're doing for free. One of these days, you're gonna ask for a fee to join, I guess, no? So you want to give something besides the training back, something that can be useful besides the skill. Um, um, that's my point of view.
Good idea. Yeah, that's valid. I will pass it to Juan and we can brainstorm more. So I was just saying that Juan's is probably not gonna come to today's coordination call. Um, because he's working on the video for the Commons Prize. But yeah, I just wanted to show like the POAP. We got 29 transfers. So I think some people didn't get it because I think we got around like 36 people yesterday in the session. The thing is, we don't know, like, we have of course, like the wallet, but we don't know. So,
I didn't mint it. I just downloaded it.
yeah. So I guess like we'll ask and see. But it happened like last training too that some people didn't get the POAP that they went to because of bots and stuff. Hello, Zita. Hello, Swan. Welcome to the Gravity Coordination Call. And then Juan's working on the Commons Prize. We are in the second on the issues to get the Commons Prize for the TC. So it's a big deal. So if you have the token, once it's open, I think it's gonna be open today. I don't know what time really, but it's supposed to be open today. You can vote, and Gravity is in second so far, and that's what Juan's doing right now. He's working on the video, so we can present. And this is what he's working on the script for the video, because we are one of the finalists for the Commons Prize, and that's like a big deal. So we can get help from the Commons. And for people that like are familiar with Gravity and all that and wants to help create this script, feel free to jump in and try to help one to create it. One's like the big voice of gravity, but we are all on it. So yeah, so it's basically like it has these questions like, if you win the prize, how committed are you? In other stakeholders in our community to see through the commons deployment over 9+ months. Besides yourself, how many other stakeholders have committed themselves to this project? The Token Engineering Commons was the first to use our common design patterns, technical build, and culture build. Is there anything particular about the TC or its deployment that stands out for you? Anything that you think was done very well or could have done better? I think like this is the question that we were thinking the most. That's taking like the most to answer. This one, they answered already, the first one. And then this is the second one. It's just like the topics. And then I got this from Levy's post on the forum, but didn't elaborate the question, the answer yet. So if you feel that like there is something about the TEC that you think that stands up and you think makes more sense for the community, we can try to work on it together right now. Or if you feel that like you can work on this after, it's fine too. And then the third, it's our culture build. It's largely based on Elinor Ostrom 8 principle for governing commons. Are you or your community already familiar with these principles? So we are. We talk about these principles a lot in Gravity. And here in the script, we put it. This is also on Medium post that we have. That's also here on the POAP that you got yesterday. You can go to the Medium post. If you didn't read it yet, it's really cool. It has a lot of nice information about gravity. And we talk about the awesome principles over here. So I believe this is a question that we know how to answer. And yeah, the fourth question, the first common deployment was done on Gnosis chain, formerly XDAI chain. Would there be any reason for commons not to deploy on this chain? I don't know. I don't think so. Really, I think everybody in the community is really familiar with XDAI, or if not, a lot of people help with it too. I got a lot of help in the beginning when I wasn't familiar with it. Does your community have stakeholders that are not already familiar with Web3? If so, have you thought about the plan to onboard them? So I think we do this. So we just have to kind of like go around this. And if you feel that you could help writing some of these things down, I'm gonna paste the link on Discord on the Gravity chat. And help us get this prize. and it's gonna be really cool. So you need to have the token. Zepti, could you correct me on the name of the token?
The token for voting is trust.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically a reputation token for the common stack. Like every time you get praise in the TC or in common stack, like it gets linked to the commons, and then you can also donate to earn more trust. Or yeah, every basically like your engagement with commons is what gives you more trust tokens.
Thank you, Zepti. Yeah. So if you have been praised before, you probably have these tokens, and you can also vote and help Gravity to get the Commons Prize. And it's something that we're really looking forward to. So far we are in second in the line. And yeah. With that, we talk a little bit of this conversation on Monday. So this Friday, we want to talk about mental health. So we want to get the chance, because this month is the Mental Health Awareness Month. So we want to bring visibility and celebrate, and have we have the chance to talk about mental health. And we don't want to pass it, and so we are already in the end of the month, and I was talking to Angie Berry. She wasn't being able to come to the calls because she's been busy moving. But we've been talking async. And she's really put a lot of effort towards creating an event to talk about mental health. And we want to get visibility and this awareness of this month specifically to talk about mental health and everything else that might bring to your mind, and just have an open conversation about our mental journey, and how have you been taking care of yourself and your mental health, and how is it been this past weeks. How have you feeling, how are things affecting you, if it's there anything that you feel it might be being different, that you've been feeling, or if there's something really excited that you want to share but you don't have the space to share, or someone to talk about, or if that's something that's been upsetting you and you don't feel that you have space in a calls to talk to somebody. So we want to create this space to be very intentional about open ourselves and open our hearts, and make sure you feel safe. So everything that we're gonna be talking in that space, we want to make sure that you're welcome, your feelings are welcome, the way that you feel, the way that you think, the way that you see yourself, and that nothing that you're gonna talk in that space, it's gonna go anywhere else. And we all commit to keep everything that we're talking between us. So we're not going to be sharing with outsiders what we're going to be talking in that call. So I think it's going to be really cool, and we just want to invite you all. We want to create it, and we want to make it like an event that it's going to happen every month. And this is like the start and a kicking off. So we wanted to prepare it more. And we know it's like a really short time between like putting it out. Today we really talk, we've been talking about it for a couple weeks, but we were really like putting it together in the beginning of this week. And we are releasing the event today to happen on Friday. So we know that like the timeline is really short, but everybody that comes, it's going to be very welcome. And I want to know how you feel about it.
Well, we already spoke about that on Monday. Great. Sorry, Zept. I just wanted gonna be Friday on 8 a.m. CST.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 a.m. CST. I had the impression somebody else was gonna say something.
Yeah, I was just going to be like this mental health is also something like the TC. The Commons is also trying to focus, so it's very nice. Like these sessions are happening under Gravity. This is so cool.
Yeah, we are really excited to see happening. And also yesterday on Twitter Space, it happened a really cool talk about mental health. Let me see if I can find it. It was about mental health, and sorry, this is Joe Jonas. I'm kind of obsessed with him. It was Sungreens. Yeah, this talk about mental health, and they were talking about gut health in Web3. It was a really cool talk. I wasn't able to be there when it happened, but I was listening this morning to the recording. Sorry, it's in Portuguese. But I'm really happy it was recorded. They were talking about the way that we eat. And I was really thinking about you, Aloysius, the entire time that I was listening to it, because they were talking about how the way that we eat, sometimes we go to our ancestors and like how we need to go to our ancestors sometimes. So it's a really cool talk, and it's really nice to see mental health is spreading into like Web3 space. So it's just like something to share that Jeremy shared with us, and I just wanted to share with you guys if you want to check it out.
Thanks.
Yeah. So another topic for today's call, it's about the Umbrella Initiative that's happening on Aragon.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a really cool phase that's happening over there. I was able to go to some calls. They're really awesome people around there. They're building this project, and they're supporting Gravity, and Gravity is supporting them. So yeah, so here's like the project timeline, and Gravity is doing a mediation with some conflicts in there too. And we are gonna have a training coming up in there too. It's a little bit different from the Gravity training. The training for the Umbrella Initiative, it's more focused in their needs. So let me see if I can. Yeah, they have the training planning, preparation, and yeah, so like if you feel that you can help planning the training over there too, you can jump into the Notion. I'm gonna put this also on our Discord channel. The Gravity chat. I know I couldn't find the there's so many links in the Notion. But I don't know if it's here. Yeah, there we go. So there are like some topics. So they're gonna do maybe Gandenza, you can help me go through it. But they're gonna do 5 lessons, and they're gonna apply the same lesson twice, right?
Yep. So every time zone is comfortable to join. So one is gonna be on Thursday and one on Friday.
Awesome. Yeah, because most of the people in Aragon, they are located in Europe. In a time zone, it's different for other folks to join.
Yeah, we have people in Australia also, so that makes it quite difficult.
Yeah. So I think this is the draft in the what they are thinking about putting in a training. So the sessions for the training. So they want to introduce the course like we did yesterday. And we want to have one session for communication, one for conflict, error, admitting errors. I think this is really cool. One to talk about working, remote work and its challenge, and one to talk about burnout. So, if you feel that like you are, if you are comfortable talking about some of these topics, you're welcome to, volunteer and say that you can lead some of these sessions, and you're probably gonna get a bounty for it too. I think so. For the training. Yeah. So Juan's leading most of the project too, and I think Jeremy is also helping. I've been trying to be on, but the time for me it's really challenging. I need
When
to.
did
Uh,
when do they meet?
they meet. Let me go to their Discord really quick.
And this is in Aragon, you said, right?
Yeah.
I think it hasn't been established yet. Like,
Bianca, do you guys have a list for the topics? And like a place where we're writing about them? Like building out content for the speaks?
I think this is the place that they are doing it. Like I think somebody like wrote it down over here, like when they're talking about the challengings.
Well, we want to give speaks on burnouts and things like this. Where are we holding this information for the mental health stuff? Where are we drafting that out? Because we're gonna have to talk about that soon, right?
Yeah.
Where are we iterating on that work?
So they do everything on Notion. So I would say, or you can like write down right here, like or you
I'll
can.
have to get permission to be able to do that. I don't think that's open to everybody.
Or you can like click on it and then open a new like tab from it.
But this is Aragon. Where are we putting our gravity stuff for this topic? You see what I'm saying? We're about to have some talks, like holding talks in our community or whatever, on these topics that are, going to happen over there too. But where are we building out and creating our own content?
So you're saying not for Aragon, not for the Aragon training?
Not specifically. I mean, okay, so Aragon wants someone to talk to burnout, but we also within the mental health group like want to speak to burnout. So like where are we compiling our resources for this? So like
Okay.
I mean, is there anything yet or no? Are you working offline on that, or is there some way to collaborate on that piece?
So I don't think there is a place yet, like specific for that. Just the research, the psychology research that we want to bring this topic up. This is like one of the things that we put on the, like one of the survey goals for the psychology research. But
these are all things that I'm super familiar with though. And I'm like, where can I be dumping the information that I know? I can create content. I'm like, where do I put it? This is like my bread and butter.
Yeah. Other than this, I would say the mental health event, like we were talking before on the chat, that like we can get the mental health event, and like every month we do like once a month, and then like every month somebody comes up and talk about like a topic that they feel like comfortable and confident about talking and like showing the work and the knowledge about it. So maybe like next month you can come and speak about burnout on the event, on the mental health event. But we are also like holding to the idea of creating the resource for mental health, like the we talked before, sorry, I forgot the name.
Is that something I can help with? I'm confused. Is that
The-
something you and Angelberry are doing?
The thread that we talked about doing before, we can create a thread, but we don't have a space yet to like put all the content in. But we can create it, like that's what I'm saying.
I hear you. Yeah, we keep talking about these things. I'm like, where do we do them? And I keep hearing that they're happening, but they're happening offline. So I'm like trying to figure out how to plug in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talked before about creating the thread, and then I think you said you were gonna see some of the contents that you had. But we never really did it. And how do you feel? Like, how do you feel would be like the best idea and place to create and do it?
In the same way that we're doing like these Google Docs that are open that people can pair on, kind of like people can add like comments and stuff. I don't know, I guess for like this, like the mental health resources and the things we want to speak to, I imagined like a group of us iterating over the same document instead of having like a single perception or belief system wrapped around anything, that we have a lot of different angles on all topics from multiple people to hit a spectrum and convey like a bigger message. That's kind of what I like envisioned happening in this like collective thing, as opposed to like certain people doing it, having like open iterative kind of sort of a jig, and then we can refine over that. It's kind of how I imagine collaborative work. I don't know.
You know what it made me think? Because we opened the Gravity Medium and we are not writing anything on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, these are whole topics. Could be like a whole blog or something. Yep.
Mm.
These are all topics I've been like itching to write about, but I've been living them so much, you know? All these things that were like, mental health in DAOs or health in DAOs, all these things. These are all like huge topics that like I have tons of like stuff to like add to, but haven't done because I've been focusing on all of our like task things. And it's like these are the things that I think the ecosystem needs the most now. To get
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally. So I'm thinking like, let's create a Medium post.
yeah. Cool.
What about it?
Fun
What is
game. Totally game, yeah. If there's a collaborative document, we're all just sitting there jamming, throwing our ideas out and trying to get something to like present
Yeah,
some information and share some wisdom. I think that's stellar.
yeah, and we can make it under Gravity because like the Gravity Medium's open and we just really posted the one Gravity like this one.
Yeah. 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 I feel like there's a lot to be said about burnout that hasn't been said. I think that's why I get so excited about it, is because there's this neurodiversity angle, and there's like people who have sensory processing orders might have a little bit more of an awareness to how much is actually happening between the head, the brain, and the computer, and the face and the body. Like, and those are the things that I want to like. I haven't heard people talking about that, about like little things like, the emojis on the side of the server that are like flashing really fast or whatever, and like how it draws energy and attention from people, like just little nuances. I feel like there's so much that isn't being said.
Yeah, let's make some noise. So I love it. I love that idea. Really. So we can like start like even through the Gravity Gmail, we can start the doc there
Mhm.
on the drive, and then maybe you could talk about the burnout on the Aragon.
I'd be happy to dump my brain out and have anyone who wants to help. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Is that something you can do, like an admin thing for like setting it up? Is just to like create a document, make it so anyone can write, give it a name, and then share it in the channel?
Let me do it right now.
That's my habit I've gotten into over the last year. I finally got a good rhythm of naming the document and then doing the share thingy to edit before I like share the link. I was like sharing it excited for so long and then like not giving it a name or
Burnout.
womp womp womp.
Freedom Post. Let me put it public.
Oh, this is exciting.
You got it.
Yay.
I love it. Okay, it's on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So other thing is Durga's working on the website. Unfortunately he's not here to talk about it more. But Aloysius, do you have an update on it? I know you're working with him on the website.
Yeah, Dear Goddess is helping folks make sense of the form that he's created. He's got a form to kind of like, how do I words this? I don't really specialize in this area, but sort of like, you know how you have information that you put up on a website and you want to share, and then like over time the information changes or whatever, and then like it can be hard to like update or remember where things need to be changed. He's got this spreadsheet that he's using that's kind of like the foundation of building the website that'll like help catch that. So you put all this stuff and the information that you want to convey in this like Excel spreadsheet and multiple tabs, and it's like got all kinds of stuff that like helps with the content, like reasoning, like the whys and the whats for what's going on the website. So I'm still learning to make sense of that, but I see it as a resource that like is a tool that goes side by side with the internet that allows you to like see when you go to like make edits and changes, like where you need to change like all the things that are related kind of because it's kind of hard when you just go up on a website to be like, hey, what do I need to like do, and it's like spelled out in the document. So it's like building the framework for it, and that's kind of where it's at.
This is it, right? What he was working on?
Yep.
So,
He's built a bunch of websites before, so this is like something that he uses to like visualize and track. Sort of like visioning, like what do we do here, and then where do we present these things? I'm still kind of making sense of it.
So somebody is thinking about a gravity token in phase 3. I know Incandenza was interested on it.
Yeah, I knew. I saw the document already. I don't know who's working on that. I would like to talk with that person, but I know there's a plan.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. I don't think anybody's working on it right now. Really. I don't know. Zapti, do you have any information about it?
No, not really. It's the first time I see that gravity focus matrix draft.
I just had a complete squirrel moment. I like completely disassociated for a second and was thinking about teaching workshops on facilitation. I have no idea how my brain leaped there, but I started daydreaming giving chops on facilitation. I think I'm starting to fry out at the end of the meeting.
Well, unfortunately, he's not here. I'm sure he had a graphic for that.
For sure. The man with the graphics, yep.
I'm sure he had a graphic to show us how that would work. But yeah, he's working on the website and he's planning on having a meeting on Friday. I think the time is gonna be up on the calendar soon. He tried to have a meeting last time, but apparently nobody showed up. I think that was kind of frustrating for him. I have no idea about websites, so I did not commit to that. But it's very interesting to see that that's happening, and it's super exciting about like all these things happening around gravity, and to see gravity like growing that much and seeing like where we're going and all these things that's happening and the phases that we're going through and everything that we committed on doing and seeing that like the working that we're putting on and everything that's happening, it's happening. And like the third third graviton training is happening too. And the second session is gonna happen next week. And we're gonna have a POAP for that too. And I want to ask you, how do you guys feel about the delivery for the POAPs? Was it easy to do? Do you feel that like would be like another way that could be done? Because it was like I think 9 people didn't get it, and they didn't come up to me to say that they didn't get it, and I'm kind of worried about it, why they didn't get it.
There's
I
also
was
a...
not.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I can go after.
I was going to say there could be a small possibility that people who, like, since it seemed simple to some, there's a possibility that some people might not speak up out of insecurity. Like, oh, that was easy for some people, but it wasn't for me. So, like, some people might be afraid to ask. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe just being really, like, not sensitive to, but like aware of that possibility. So when we're like framing our offer for help again for people or something, there could be some shyness. I don't know.
Yeah, I also think like we could, say at the beginning, at the end of the call, and then if some people is not climbing it, it's like maybe like maybe people just come for the learning and do not even care about like a proof of attendance or stuff like that. Like they just come, learn, and leave, and that should be fine too.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if we should announce for those who don't want to collect it or something, like, I feel what am I trying to say here? What if somebody doesn't have a wallet or they're doing like they haven't bought into the like I don't want a wallet yet. What if they're trying to be anonymous and dabbling in anonymity words blah, but
Yeah,
a
maybe.
valid.
You can
Yeah.
download it without a wallet.
Because we should be able to track, like, I think at some level, if someone didn't want a wallet, I feel like we should be able to, like, we should have enough trust and attention within ourselves to capture a person. You know what I mean? Like if they wanted to do gravity things afterwards and even not even get paid, but they wanted to do things, we'd have to know that that person went to so many of the things. So I think that there does have to be a base layer maybe of us kind of knowing and holding and asking if there's anybody who like doesn't want to like go on record basically out on like the big web. How do we like internally like track you so you don't get missed? I feel like that might be like a little piece. I don't know. I feel like there's always some folks in Web3 spaces trying to dabble in the I can't say this word. Anonymity. Oh man. See an enemy. You know what I mean.
Eden, are you trying to speak? I think your mic is like.
Yeah, every time you push like to open your mic, it's like a weird sound, and we cannot hear your voice.
Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to say something, but we could just listen to noise, like technical noise.
Two options. Hang up, come back, or type in the chat. I think we see the light coming around your face when you speak, but we don't hear you either.
Yeah. Well, I think about what Alicia was talking. If you don't want to be tracked and you don't like, put any name in your wallet, I'm not sure if like there's like a really way to be tracked because it's just like numbers and letters and all that. And I don't think anybody's gonna go like in each wallet and see. I don't think that could be tracked like that.
Do you keep a register of the attendance?
Yeah, we do because we record the meetings.
Like if you extrapolate a file with all the names of the people, then you know who's present.
Yeah. Roster for each class, kind of. That would make a lot of sense off of the video or whatever. Do we want to like praise people for attending too?
Sure.
Or maybe we praise them at the end. I'm not sure if this is something we wanted to like have be a part of it, thanking people for showing up on.
Then we will have to go back to the spreadsheet and get their handles on Discord.
Is the quickest way to figure out who is at each thing is to go back in the recorded video. Oh shoot, no, you can't click between the pages when you're not actually on the call, can you?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So that's gotta happen on the. I'm gonna start capturing who's on the calls when we do the calls.
Yeah, that's
Bianca, if you can hold me to that, I will do it if you help me remember. I might need some help with my ADHD, but
okay.
I think doing it in real time would be the easiest way to track that. Instead of going back and whatever, that just might be the least amount of spoons for it. And I'm happy to.
Sure. Yeah, we have the spreadsheet with their Discord
Mhm.
handle. Maybe we can praise them. And I'll be off 2 weeks in June next month. So I will not be able to go to 2 of the sessions. I'll try to, even though I'll be off, but let's see how it goes.
Mhm. Yeah. I've got and I've got one thing that I was thinking about from when Tam did a share up on Twitter after our first gravity training, and my tail wagged. I got really happy. It felt like an attaboy. It felt good. It felt good to see like the names of people and like what we did, and we're like, yeah, we're off. And it made me think that might feel nice for contributors who have Twitter that like want to share their handle. Maybe like thanking people. You know how sometimes Communitas has done screenshots of the screen of people and then a Twitter share afterwards after a class. That could be like content to like relative content for Gravity, just for like the page and for our density of sharing, and maybe sharing like the screenshots of people like waving or something and then like tagged names. But I was thinking the way to like capture those is, if I'm not mistaken, I think I added a bunch of people to the sign up roster last year, and I don't recall seeing a column that we're tracking Twitter handles. We have Discord, but we don't have Twitter. And I'm wondering if that's something, this was an idea seed planted, if that's something that we would want to mention or announce at like the gravity trainings, and be like, hey, if you wanted to add your Twitter handle to the registration form to be tagged in Twitter posts when we make them, like that's a thing you can do. Wanted to see how that went.
Yeah. I mean, we could say like in the, at some point, like they do with the hello Durgadas, welcome to the end of the call.
Sorry, my boss needed all my attention for the last bit here, so I could never make it. But I wanted to pop in and show the Gravity website. Meet up on Friday at 11 a.m. PST and see if everyone can come and contribute to that, please. And I want to do like working groups things and like take all the stuff that you guys had already made and stick it into the tool that I'm using. So that's all. I'm just here to show mostly for that. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we talked about the wallet and stuff, and thanks for coming up and inviting for the session. And yeah, Aloysius, talking about the Twitter, I think we can do what Griff do usually in a community call, where he says like, hey, everybody puts the camera on, we're gonna take a screenshot, and maybe we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that at the end. I like the idea that the end, after we've all like jammed and jived together, as opposed to like, hey, we want content. Can you take a picture for us real quick? Let's do it at the end after we've bonded and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing, even for like, posting to Twitter and say like, hey, we did this session today.
Yeah.
That I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
And 11 a.m. on Friday for Durgadas is what I'm hearing. Is that PST? Hold on, I'm like, which time zone are we talking?
Yeah, PST. Yeah.
Okay.
I recognize that I set up a meeting for 2 p.m. on Friday, and it was just crickets showed up and me. So, so I was like, okay, yeah.
So, PST, I'm not sure what time that is. We have also
It's the same time we do gravity training.
Is that true?
Oh no, I'm saying time zone wise for Bianca to understand.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Gravity training happens at 11 a.m., which is the same, but it's a different to their time zone.
That's gonna be the same time as the mental health conversation.
Is it the same time?
Yes.
I think it's after.
I thought it was after.
It's after?
Let me look at the calendar here. So CC, Praise Quant, Labs, planning, website meeting. So do you guys not have your event in the in the Discord calendar? I don't really use Google Calendar because it doesn't sync or give me reminders or anything with my phone.
We do.
So I'm so
no, I think wait.
I'm looking at the event and I don't see that anywhere.
No, I'm sorry, totally confused. No, it's different times.
Oh, is it different? Okay, good.
So we're good.
Great.
We need an event inside the server, do we not?
Inside
Is that what we need for the mental health thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm suggesting.
Upper left-hand corner of the server where the events live. We need to put one in there for us for the mental health thing, so it's visible.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And you can add an image too. I don't know if you know that, Bianca. I make my events really fun looking when I like detail them. You can add your banner too, even if you wanted.
Oh.
Yep. On the second page when you're editing the event, if you scroll down, there's a thing that says add an image.
To the Google agenda?
No, inside server, the Discord one, up in the later how you can end the corner, it says like all the events and you can click at them and look at them.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to create an event.
Oh, we got to find someone who can so we can stick that on there. And
yeah, I think Juan can do both.
You should totally be able to add an event.
I was also talking to NT, but when I talked to NT, he ended up putting it in on the an hour after, so ended up being at noon rather than 11 like I asked. So I was a little confused about how to get that done best, but in the end I think Wonka took care of it.
That's also time things. I learned this in my server having someone from Africa set up teaching someone from Africa how to set up events in our server is they had to change the time inside theirs. Like they had to change their time in order to make it the right time for the event.
I see.
Which is kind of a pain. I would not want my Discord on a different time zone, but I've been noticing that I have to like flip them between that to set and edit events for like different servers. Yeah.
So Didan is on the chat. And he says it's totally reasonable to ask people if they can't use the wallet for POAP, then just keep track on their Discord name.
Yeah.
And then he has to clarify the difference in relation to each other. If the time zone for each event.
There's another issue with the attendance at Graviton is that Discord names and Zoom names are not the same.
That's true.
Yeah.
Allergic to Google Calendar.
I'm allergic to a lot of this stuff in this space. People are like, "Yay, mirror boards," and I'm like, "Oh, I tried to do mirror board thing, didn't work." Yay, all these things, and I'm like, Google Calendar and all this stuff, and I'm like, I already have all this stuff that's not Google oriented. I'm very anti-Google, and so it's a tough one.
Hmm.
Well, guys,
Mhm.
We're over time.
we are 7 minutes over the time. Thank you so much for your patience and
Extra
for
credit, baby.
everything that you're doing and all the contribution. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, there's a construction in the side
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
going on around here. So it's loud.
Oh, did you guys get to hear that Juan and I went over and did some recording, I think, for the Commons Prize? They require you when you're the top 5 to I think we're second for the Commons Prize. So we did some recording for those things. So hopefully.
Oh, you finished the video?
Well, I sent him the video last night at like 9 p.m. because I had some stuff going on my end. It took me a while, so I asked him to confirm that he got that video and could do the editing on it today and get it out. So anyway, so
Just for context and just to keep things fun in my head and to let you all in a secret, I'm just going to call that the music video. So in my head, whenever you guys are talking about that, I'm just going to refer to it as like the Gravity music video, just so you know.
Okay.
Like that just is getting filmed and stuff, you know?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I like it. Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you, guys. I'm so excited with everything.
Yeah, me too.
Get the energy over there. I hope you guys have a great week. See you on Friday with all the calls and everything.
Okay.
You guys have a special place in my heart.
Thank you. Oh, that's
Love
nice.
you all. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye, friends.